Welcome to episode 14 of the Accidental Sportswashing podcast. A brand new guest this week, along with Josh, who's always here.
So
Harry, would you like to introduce yourself real quick?
I don't know. Hey, he asked me to be on here, but fuck it, we ball.
Harry, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna send you back to those to the
No, I'm
Albanians.
happy. And what do you want me to say? I don't know.
I don't know. Just say hi. I'm gonna send you to the fucking Albanians at the Cyclones game.
Hey, I'm Harry. I'm Dre's cousin.
No, you're not. You're.
Yeah, I am.
Oh my god. Why?
Oh my god.
This is gonna be the worst episode ever, man. But Josh, would you like to bring up the NFL schedule from last week, starting with Thursday?
Yeah. Okay, so first game of December was the Bills against Patriots, which
Yeah.
I mean 24-10 wasn't really close.
Yeah, I was kind of upset because I was talking all this shit about the Patriots defense, and then it was like 24-3 at one point. I was like, oh yeah, give me the Patriots. Give me the or at least in terms of betting, give me the Patriots. And then they just got absolutely fucking railed. So.
I shouldn't have played the Patriots defense for fantasy. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you got fucking smoked.
And also, I don't think that injury that Josh Allen has with his elbow really impacted him in this game. I thought, I'm pretty sure, some of us thought we were he's injured. Maybe that defense is going to give him some problems, and didn't really happen like that.
All right, that's fair. What was the next game?
The next game is the Steelers against the Falcons, which, I mean, is there anything to say about this game outside of,
I didn't watch this game,
just-
and I didn't really care for this game, so.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know, what else, I really don't have anything to say about this game. It's just two mediocre teams just dueling it out. Mariota played bad. I saw some clips about it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
who even won the game?
Wait, what?
Who even won the game? Because
Okay.
I paid no attention to it.
Okay, somehow we get to probably the worst game of the year. The Broncos against the Baltimore Ravens, which ended 9-10.
Joe.
Bro, it's 10. Bro, how do you get 10 points in football?
Again, especially against a Lamar Jackson-less Ravens.
It's really bad. Because it's okay, now you have a chance to get a bunch of possessions, maybe some 3-and-outs from the Ravens.
Exactly.
So maybe
Wait,
Russell
who's
Wilson
starting
can do
at
something,
quarterback
but
for them?
It was Huntley.
Oh my god! It's actually disgusting. Why? I just want to know why. What has happened in the mind of because there's no way she can fall off this bad. Is it playing in Mile High? Because no, it's not like you're playing at home every game. What the fuck is going on?
I mean, I don't know. It's really weird because it's Russell Wilson was perfectly fine last season. And for the most part, they aren't really doing things differently from what he did in Seattle. They're still running the same kind of plays for the most part. It's
it has to be something we don't know about. Maybe something's affecting Russ. But it's just kind of scary to see him be so ass. No funny shit.
I mean, to be fair, you're also losing. You're going from DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett to Judy and Son. Not to discredit Judy and Son. Those are great players.
Horrible,
but
if he was getting maybe the Giants wide receivers, sure. But his wide receivers are more than fine. Which I don't get.
I think it's just mental stuff at this point. He has a few bad games. Teams know, he always throws at the flanks and never at the middle. So it's I guess it's all of those things contributing to him playing bad.
Yeah. All right, but what's the next game?
Next up, we have the Packers against the Bears. Packers still own the Bears. I don't know what else to say.
That's pretty much it. Aaron Rodgers just dropped his fucking Nazi nuts on the fucking Packers again. I'm on the
Bro, you saw all those
yes,
Nazis
he held
where
that
it's
shit for way too long. He held that shit for way too long, bro.
I'm
and especially with that shit last week, with the fucking with the mustache and the coat. I mean, with the coat, yo,
and the hair.
Yeah.
And the hair. Oh my
That's
god.
what it was. Nothing much.
It's too much of a correlation to like just be like, it's just a meme. Like it looks too.
Yeah. And I just want to
serious
give
for
a
me to
shout
be
out to
like-
all my friends that are Bears fans that I'm mutuals with. I'm really sorry, guys. Maddie, Hugo, and any other you guys watching this. I'm sorry. At least you have Justin Fields. Thank you for your pick. And, yeah. Go enjoy some hot dogs.
I mean, at least like I think we have always said this, but it's like
As long
if
as
the
they're
Bears
not,
are losing,
but Justin
it's-
Fields plays well.
yeah, like that's like the best case scenario for them at this
Exactly.
point, isn't it?
But what's up next?
Next up, you have the Lions against the Jaguars. Like, okay, we need to stop praising players in this podcast because every time we do that, they play us next game.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened to Trevor Lawrence 3 separate times now.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
Let's
what's going
just stop talking about players. So does that? Well, maybe Russ is weird. So Russ is the best. Wait, so do we have to? So I guess we have to praise Russ. Russ
I
is
think-
the
no,
best
but,
quarterback
okay.
ever. Russ is amazing. It's everybody around him, and Russ is like
He's
should
going
win
to be a top
MVP.
10 quarterback
Who
of all
cares?
time once he retires.
Of course, right now, of course. But getting back to the game, fuck the Lions, fuck the 3-1-3 in general. But yeah. What'd you say, nigga?
Amon-Ra St. Brown is tied for like the second highest PFF grade for wide receivers, which is like kind of crazy. He's like, I think he has like the same grade as Diggs and Justin Jefferson.
Oh, for
So
sure.
it's like that's kind of showing the leap that he's taken already.
Yeah, I mean, if they draft, I feel like if they could draft a decent quarterback this year, I feel like they might actually be half decent going into next year. They just have to find some level of consistency, and they're heading towards that. But it's really, really hard to just get it, like to really get to and stick to it. I think that's another thing, like other teams like the Giants are really looking for. They start off really hot, slow down, and now they're still in that kind of weird limbo state, looking for a way to consistently be good. And, having the spirit and the person is sometimes getting there, but at the end of the day, it's all about talent and personnel. The Giants don't have that talent in the secondary.
But like, I think the good situation about the Lions is that they're doing this at like the right time.
Exactly.
As in, this draft class is really good.
Yeah, and the NFC North is getting worse. The Vikings aren't always going to be this good. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers is getting worse, and the Packers have taken steps back.
I mean, it depends on like how Jordan Love plays. I don't know. He
Exactly.
looked good.
And the Bears and the Bears are almost. I said the Bears are about a step behind them, except they have their quarterback and they don't have shit else. So it's kind of like a flip.
So it's like the exact opposite, kind of.
Exactly. But what's the next team?
All right. Next up is a guy that we probably shouldn't talk about or say his name outright.
Fuck that nigga. He's an embarrassment to the sport. Good job, Texans. You put up a hell of a fight. That's my analysis for the game.
It's crazy how like the Browns had 27 points and Watson basically contributed to none of them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, my boy DPJ.
most of their
blue.
points came from their defense,
Yeah, and
which is
special
kind of
teams.
crazy.
Yeah, because I got the notification.
Also-
He won me my fantasy games to keep me alive for the playoffs, but like so little. It was insane. I'm so thankful.
Also, the Texans have a 1-10-1 record. That's
Yeah.
so weird to look at. That's so weird. All right, moving on. We have the Jets playing the Vikings, and Mike White I guess he kind of cooled down because like he had two interceptions.
He wasn't gonna continue balling like that.
Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised that was as close as it was, considering how bad Mike White played compared to like what he was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, it was pretty good. Garrett Wilson is fucking
he's him.
insane.
Like I put up a tweet about it. Because I already said on the pod count who's gonna be the better who's gonna be the best wide receiver from this draft class, and I asked if Wilson was better, Olave is better, or someone else better. A lot of people said Wilson. I think that's a bit biased because one, he plays in New York, and I feel like the pod has a lot more New York fans just because we're both from New York. But I've also seen a little bit more of Wilson, but just looking at the numbers and the fact that they have similar quarterback situations, because Andy Dalton's not that good either, I'd slightly take Olave, but I think they're both going to be top 10 for a while. All right, so none of us realized Harry was muted for like the past like couple minutes, so that's why I didn't hear any of him. But what were you saying about the Bears?
The Browns. The
Oh.
Browns gave a 200 plus fully guaranteed contract to Deshaun Watson, and the guy they booted is playing better than him right now.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty fucking sad.
They did that for a serial rapist. So.
We here at the XNO Sports Washing podcast are all here for that Deshaun Watson pack. So, but what's the next game?
Does anyone like actually root for this guy? Like outside
Yes.
of like the sickos?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think if you root
Like
for
I don't
him,
think any rational person would support
yeah,
him.
I think if you root for him,
Well, I mean, Bears fans and people who have this weird vendetta against all sexual assault victims because one person might have been falsely accused once.
out of like 100,000.
Yeah, because that's how this works, right? When something is statistically a below 1% chance and it happens 22 times?
Yeah.
That means all of them are lying. That's how that works, right?
Of course, they're all lying. They all just want his money.
No, he's definitely innocent, and it's definitely not concerning at all that he has 22.
Wasn't it 23? I
Sexual
think there was an extra one. I think it was 23.
It's 23? Damn.
Yeah, because I think that a couple months later there was another one.
Alright.
What's
so
the
let's
next game,
move
Josh?
on to Alright. Did we finish talking about the Jets Vikings?
I mean, not really. We didn't talk about the Viking side. I mean, you know, Jay Jettas. I said what I said, and he kind of shit on me. You know, kind of said, "Fuck you, Andre. I'm still gonna ball out." So.
Alright. Okay, let's go to the Giants
Fuck
Commanders
it.
game.
I'm so glad Miles isn't here. You'd be fucking jerking off. It's a tie. I mean, that game was ruined at the end. That should not have been a flag on us when Feliciano flexed. Because if you look at the camera, and if you're on the field, he's clearly flexing at Slayton. He's not flexing on any of the Commanders players. So it's like,
Honestly, the entire rule in general is really stupid.
yeah, and I don't get why that's such a big. It's not like he was like getting
The
up.
fact that a professional sports league has a penalty for taunting
Is idiotic. Like,
it's hard for me to even take the entire NFL seriously because of that.
Yeah, it's not like he was like yelling in some Commanders players. So like, "Fuck you, nigga. We just got a first."
And even if he was,
I think that's a little excessive. Honestly, I think that's a little.
Who cares?
Me. I think that's a little excessive.
No, I mean, like, even if he were to do that about
Oh, I mean,
because they want to penalize that, it's stupid.
But yeah, like, and that just ruined the game. I mean, it wasn't a loss, but it was a fucking tie, man. Like, what the fuck? And the thing that sucks, we really knew that this one.
Yeah, well, when you play for a tie.
Yeah, Dable. I feel like Dable should have gone for it, but it's whatever. Because we're losing this week against the Eagles. We just have to beat them next week because that's major playoff implications. With the Seahawks are right on our ass, and they play the Rams again. So just like that's a guaranteed win.
I don't know if that's a guaranteed win.
It is a guaranteed win.
They're starting fucking Baker Mayfield. I don't care. That's not better than John Walker.
You think that Baker Mayfield stretch is like fluky as fuck?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a Rams.
All right. Okay.
Shit.
I don't know, cause like okay.
But
Okay. Next up, we have the Eagles just destroying the hell out of the Titans.
yeah, man.
This game probably
AJ Brown
single-handedly
getting
led to their GM being fired.
AJ Brown getting. I fucking hate all of Philly, but I am officially AJ Brown fan. That was some real ass shit. Getting a white man fired for counting you out
For
and
trading him.
drafting a coon. Good job, AJ. Always open 1K. That's his name, I think, right? On Twitter.
That's.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, I'll fact check this.
Yeah, but I mean, there's Jalen Hurts, man. Fuck, why is it like?
He's so good.
Fuck.
He's so good.
He's not MVP, but he is damn good, man. He's damn good.
As a Stroud fan, it hurts because I had a pipe dream of Jalen Hurts not being a good quarterback, and then
You
Oh,
had
yeah.
a pipe dream?
Yeah, a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
I'm
in,
not,
this
I'm not
entire
gonna
this
question
entire
that.
offseason and even
You've
until like
never heard that phrase? Are you serious?
No, I'm just saying, like, okay,
go to hell.
like,
Go to hell, Josh. How about that?
I,
This entire
okay,
offseason and like week 1 and week 2, I was like, there's no way Jalen Hurts could be good. And then after week 2, I just gave up. I'm like, fuck, whatever, man. He's good.
I figured he'd probably at least be, an average quarterback.
Oh yeah, but then I
didn't
could
think
still
he'd be.
shit on him for being average. Not be.
I mean, getting an average quarterback with a second-round pick is not a bad result.
Yeah, but fuck the Eagles.
Yeah,
What's the next game, Josh?
all right, next up is the 49ers doing their thing against the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm telling
That defense is insane.
the 49ers is going to be the 49ers Seahawks coming out of the NFC. I think and I would put my money on the 49ers.
Like, their
You
offense
said
is good. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
what?
for some reason I could see their defense just not destroying, but really being able to hold back both Philly and Dallas.
You don't think Gino's going to write back?
I don't know if Gino can write back again. I don't know if he has the power in him. But I'd rather bet on one of those two instead of Philly or Dallas, because first of all I'm a hater, second of all I'm a hater.
I'm a hater of both, so.
Yeah, I feel bad.
yeah,
for you.
that's respectable. Okay, so McCaffrey did really good. He's just an insane kind of player
And
in
Garoppolo
this, like,
going
49ers game.
Yeah, Garoppolo
Like,
going down.
Garoppolo is
fucking
out. He's out.
Yeah.
And they still did pretty fucking
Yeah,
good.
Trey
That
Lance
kinda shows you how good this
just
team is.
got like gained so much fucking job security from that. Because I feel
I actually am kind of curious to see, like, how he does next year.
yeah,
once he
because now
comes
I
back.
feel like if Jimmy G stay healthy, and he, let's say he gets them to the Super Bowl, I think there's no way they move on. I think they have to keep him at that point again. If
Yeah,
they lead him to the Super Bowl again, it's like, he did his thing.
Also, like, did you see that clip of, like, McDaniel saying, like, oh, I fucked up the play call or something like that?
No, I didn't, but I love watching just those videos of McDaniels on the sideline. They're always super entertaining.
Okay, so next up we have, we should probably wish Miles was here because the Seahawks finally beat the Rams.
Finally. Oh yeah, we do have a Rams fan here, so.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright, so
what
let's see.
would you like to say about it?
I think the organization is fucking embarrassing, and I don't know how we won a Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, be grateful for that, because you're not winning one for like another 10 years.
And they did better than I expected, but like I expected a 20-point loss,
Jeez.
which is it's at the point that's the default of what I expect of any Rams game now.
Jeez.
But we played some defense.
Yeah.
I mean, that team is kind of screwed over because they don't have draft picks. They just, like, went all in for one Super Bowl, and they got the Super Bowl, but...
Yeah, I mean...
The issue isn't really what we did before we got the Super Bowl, it's what we did after, because Sned figured we didn't actually need to sign corners. We just threw all the money at Allen Robinson.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. And you could have got a much better wide receiver for cheaper.
We don't even play our better corners, and it has now created a defense where we can't even use Jalen Ramsey the same way anymore.
I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I love to see Rams back.
I mean, I'm not complaining because I don't even really have to care anymore. We won a Super Bowl and I knew we'd be bad, but I didn't think we'd be this bad.
Yeah, I don't think
or
anybody
like
thought
this
they'd be
bad
this
this
bad.
quickly kind of thing.
Yeah, I expected a losing record this year, but this is ridiculous. We've had like 11, 12 O-line injuries to the point where I don't even know who the people are that we're starting on our O-line every week.
Welcome to my life. But
like these people just spawn.
what's the next game on the schedule?
Alright, the next game is a really good game between the Chiefs and Bengals where Jamar Chase comes back and still bosses it, and Joe Burrow does really good things.
You were right about him. Jamar Chase was dunked his fucking nuts in that Kansas City barbecue.
Nah, he got something against the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs is something personal to him.
Like that, then
makes him play
that
like
nigga
this.
just cock whooped them all. Just and he pat Mahomes' bitch. But
Also, I found this stat, or I heard of the stat, where it says that Joe Burrow, since week 3, has only registered 1 turnover-worthy play. So
Wow.
that's
I mean, I feel like that's also very It's what we consider turnover worthy.
yeah.
But it also is still really impressive because
I'm still not even sure what that stat is based on, but
I think it's like
I think it's just based on like eye test stuff.
I feel like it has to be like there's nothing else you could.
that's
too subjective for my liking. But
I
I still think that's
really-
pretty impressive.
But I feel like
To
like
call something a stat and then base it off an eye test is
I mean
Yeah,
it's pretty
I have mixed feelings about that.
But it's
Or,
still
yeah.
interesting.
now it depends on who's recording the stat.
It's kind of like Wikipedia. You're not going to use it for a research article, but you're going to look at that and say, "Oh, that's interesting," you know.
Yeah.
But what's
basically-
up next?
Next up we have let's see if this loads. The Chargers against the Raiders. The Chargers are just disappointing. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like
No,
they're kind
no.
of just like stale, like stalling. Like Khalil Mack is like not really doing much.
Yeah, I mean,
Herbert.
and it sucks because like
I don't know if you could blame Herbert. Can you blame Herbert
not
for
really.
this?
He's been outstanding,
You
honestly.
can blame Herbert for some of it. He has been an underwhelming quarterback.
I still think he's been pretty good in work with what's around him, and I think it's also the lack of chemistry they're able to build because this season everybody's always hurt, something's going on, and I just don't feel like, you know.
Yeah, but it's still mostly guys who were on the team last year.
And I also think Staley was supposed to be what McDaniels is, but he's just not that guy.
Staley
he's not
is
that guy. He's
in
like
the
only known for
very
going
long
on
line
fourth downs.
of Staley is in the very long line of he
McVay?
works for McVay, so
Yeah.
he automatically gets a head coaching job.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not bad, but I feel like he's an average coach. If you have an above average coach down in not San Diego, LA, I feel like they do win a couple more games. Like if you have a Dable, if you have like a McDaniels or another actually like good coach, I feel like.
Imagine if he had McDaniels.
Oh my
Imagine
God,
if
that'd be
Herbert
insane.
Oh my God.
But I mean, I like Herbert.
They're playing each other.
I
this
like
Sunday.
Herbert a lot. I think he's still, in a way, you could very much argue that he's top 5 quarterback.
I wouldn't say top 5.
In a
Definitely
way, he
top
probably
10.
is top 5, honestly.
Really?
It's just like
Well, hold on. I'd take Lamar.
No, let's think about this.
Lamar, Mahomes,
Mahomes,
Allen. I'm taking Tua over him.
What did you say, Tua?
I'm taking Tua over.
Like just for this season, okay, but like
Yeah.
in general, I don't know.
Burrow,
Hurts.
Hurts.
About that. Burrow.
Yeah.
I would take Burrow over Herbert.
I mean, I don't know about in general, but this season for sure.
Yeah,
And
I just think like the issue is like, well, I know it kind of feels like a really lame cop out because like I feel like the people that support Herbert like literally insufferable, like they treat him like he's like God's gift to earth kind of thing, you know.
They love,
but it's like
they love white
he
men.
doesn't.
That's all
Yeah,
it
but
is.
like he doesn't really have like the talent necessary, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Are
I just,
we about to start this? He's a social media quarterback.
no,
thing?
we already talked about that
we
last week.
we cannot do
That
this,
pissed us
okay?
off. That pissed us off.
The
Like, he's a
social
good
media
quarterback, he
shit
just
is like complete bullshit.
Like, I don't like when people use that, but when people say Mamba mentality, he doesn't have like the,
Oh my!
listen, I just said I don't like he doesn't have like that special it factor about him. Like he's still gonna be really good, but he's gonna be like one of those quarterbacks who's always on the fringe of
I
becoming.
love
Do you
the
actually
mob
believe that, though?
mentality thing.
I don't think he's like he's that guy, but he's not that guy. You know, in a sense. Like he just doesn't have whatever it is, whatever Lamar, that star power, that
The
enigma about him.
degrees of being that guy.
What? You cut out.
Can you give me like the spectrum of being that guy?
I mean, the quarterbacks that are that guy right now, I'd say are Lamar, Mahomes, and Allen. Those are those guys. And everything below them is always interchangeable, but I don't think anybody below them is going to have the tools to step up into there. Maybe Tua if he keeps playing amazingly.
Did you add Burrow to this conversation yet?
I maybe Burrow, but it's like the thing we saw. I wouldn't say this season, definitely not. because like we said, he was a little inconsistent, but it's also not completely his fault. So I am still the jury's still out, and leading your team to a Super Bowl, how he did last year, I think that's also
Yeah.
So I'm the jury's still out on him. I think he can be, but I think the other one who's really close right now is probably Tua and Hurts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right. So next game is the Cowboys. Okay, so here's the thing about the Cowboys game. It was not really a blowout until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like Matt Ryan was still the passing leader. Matt Ryan was the passing leader for that game.
Yeah, but it's like the Cowboys had 33 points in one quarter.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Yeah, like that just showed you how bad that's not even how bad their defense is, how bad of a coach Jeff Saturday is. Like that nigga Jim Irsay is just the ultimate troll. It's like,
I just how does that?
Because Jim Irsay is our owner, he doesn't give a fuck, and he was like, "Hey, I like you. Come on, man." Like that's literally
like what do you call this? Like what do you call that? Like when you have connections, like you're only there.
Oh yeah.
Nepotism, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's like coaching nepotism, basically.
Yeah.
Like that's the only reason why.
Professional nepotism.
When is the last time there's been someone this unqualified that just immediately got a head coaching job?
Oh, there's definitely some cases.
I was gonna say Nathaniel Hackett, but like he already had coaching
because Hackett was with the Packers, so maybe. But that was stupid.
And he was a coach with the Jaguars.
Exactly.
Sure. So, he has experience.
With Saturday, I can't remember any on this level.
Maybe in the NBA.
In the NBA, it would be Steve Nash.
Yeah, but I also
Steve Nash got bailed out because he had an insane amount of talent.
But I still think Steve Nash could be a half decent coach because he was like I still think Steve Nash, if you put him in a better situation with a much less toxic work environment.
Okay, but like here's the thing, right? It's like literally in his first season, he had Mike D'Antoni and Ime Udoka helping him out with coaching duties. Those are like two insane top tier coaches just bailing them out essentially. So like I think he's like a really good encapsulation of whatever the fuck Jeff Saturday is.
Yeah, I mean I can't think of really any coaches. Because I looked up nepotism coaches, but
Saturday doesn't even have that next to him.
Yeah, I mean
it's an entire staff that just
says fuck it.
Yeah,
and then the last game, fucking Tom Brady, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Fuck this dude.
It's crazy how, like, the Monday Night Football game and the Thursday Night Football game basically ended it the same way, like, with the same score. Like, oh my god.
But, like, I for the longest time, like, there's no way New Orleans is going to win. And then, okay, yeah, they're going to win. And then it was like, nope. Like, what the fuck, man? I just want to point out the leading rusher had 49 yards.
Yeah.
49 yards. And with this win, the Buccaneers are back to 6-6 and first in the NFC South.
The fact that this is like this is nearly as bad as the NFC East 2 years ago.
I think it might be worse because at least the NFC.
The 2020 NFC East was like the worst division I've ever seen in football.
I feel like the NFC East, like it was kind of expected. The NFC South, you thought the Bucs were going to be good. People had hope.
You thought the Saints would be like underdogs in a way.
Yeah, and then what other teams?
The Titans.
No, NFC doofus.
Oh, NFC.
Some ass.
Okay.
What other team?
The Jaguars.
NFC dumbass. Jesus Christ. What other teams are in the NFC South? Atlanta. I mean, we knew Atlanta was going to be bad. We knew Atlanta.
The Panthers? We knew the Panthers were going to be
bad.
We knew. Time to remind everybody that Google is free.
All right, shut up, man.
Okay, that's my bad, man.
Shut up. Okay. But why didn't you say anything, jackass? Huh? That's what I fucking thought. But yeah. I mean, because people knew the NFC South was going to be bad. The NFC East was going to be bad that year. The NFC South this year was just like, there's no way the Bucs are going to be this bad. But yeah. So now you guys want to make predictions for this next week coming up? Well, let's talk about the game last night. Somehow, yeah, those Baker, Mickey, don't care, mid, and of course the leading the leading fucking receiver was Ben Skoronowak. That is fucking racist. That is racism in its highest form if I've ever seen it.
but like wait, no, shit. Van Jefferson
Well,
had half the
important one was
receptions and target. What the fuck?
Racismo.
Holy shit.
No, you don't get it. Whenever Baker threw it to Skoronowick, he laced it with his special white powers. So he got extra yards.
Oh my god.
The rules of playing for the Rams now.
What'd you say?
What?
Well, that's the rules of playing for the Rams.
Oh, yeah,
jeez.
yeah. The Rams are like kind of like the Patriots in the sense where they always find like these random white receivers that can like do serviceable and be serviceable enough for like a quarterback.
Well, the only
had Cooper Kupp, which
not
is
white receiver, was injured for most of the season. So
yeah, that's tough.
And he made the game-winning touchdown catch yesterday. So
I'm still in awe of this Rams team. But moving on to predictions for this week, I'll take it off from here, Josh. So you have New York at Buffalo. I mean Jets at Buffalo.
Let's be honest.
I mean that's what we said last time. I mean
in Buffalo.
I don't think that changes stuff if what's the name has a bum ass elbow. If Josh Allen has a bum ass elbow. I'm just saying.
I still think it's probably going to be the Bills.
The Bills. Give me the Bills, I guess.
I can't see it being the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Bills. Moving on, then you have Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Please.
Joe Shiesty, Joe Brrr.
Please. We need the Bengals.
Gritty boy.
We need the Bengals to destroy this game.
We need.
I need a 54-0. I need a 54-0. That's what I need. Moving on, Jesus Christ, you have Dallas and Houston.
Yeah, it's not going to be close.
Yeah,
that one, I wonder.
I don't know, man. I want to see. Hold on, let me see what
it is not good.
Let me see what the money. Let me see what the line is for this one. It has to be something like 20.
I wonder the spread is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is this going to be a betting podcast now?
No, hell no. I'm not getting.
No, it's just y'all are chronically addicted to betting.
All right, so they are 17-point favorites.
Holy crap.
I think that might hit. I feel like that might hit.
The thing is, that's not even unreasonable.
Yeah, like I'm betting on Dak over, so I'm praying passing yards, so I'm hoping. But damn, yeah, that might hit. Then
that isn't unreasonable.
Yeah, no. Then you have
that's like a college football game.
Jeez. And then you have Minnesota at Detroit, where Detroit's actually favored, which I don't get. I mean, I kind of get, but I don't think they should be favored. My roommate's a Lions fan. He's fucking annoying. So give me the Vikings, man.
I'm gonna go the Vikings, but like, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure like when it comes to like EPA numbers and stuff, the Vikings actually have a better offense and their defenses are like kind of comparable.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. But it's like at the same time, it's like I don't really trust the Lions like that, so I kind of have to go to Vikings.
I don't trust the Vikings. I mean, I'm gonna say the Vikings are going to win, but I think that game is going to be close. I don't think the Vikings are going to just walk away with that.
Yeah, I can't see that happening.
10-2, and I normally hate this argument, but a 10-2 team with a plus 10-point differential, I'm sorry, that's just, they're not going to keep playing like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, then moving into to the Sunday schedule, you have Jacksonville at Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. I mean, I could see this going either way, but I feel like Derrick Henry. I keep saying this every week, so fuck Derrick Henry, which means he's gonna run for 200 yards. Go Tennessee.
Yeah, fuck Derrick Henry.
That's how this works?
Yeah.
Much. Dude, it's a curse in this podcast.
Yeah, it's the nastiest curse.
Okay, in that case, I think Deshaun Watson is throwing for 300 and 4 touchdowns.
Of course.
And not going to get severely injured.
Hopefully he won't get a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, no, that would be horrible.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't snap his neck.
Oh my god.
But moving on.
Okay.
Then you have Philly coming up to New York. Fuck this game. This is my personal no game of the week. I will not be commenting on this game.
I mean, we kind of know who's gonna win this game.
Shut up.
Let's be honest. So let's not talk about it.
Jalen Hurts is gonna feel that turf, that real man's turf. His knee's gonna feel that shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, my knee just started hurting. That turf is so bad. That, man.
The fact that
aren't they fixing it next season?
Like that
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, we're fixing it next season.
Took long enough.
Yeah, because this turf it's just so stupid. And the thing is, we're one of the more we have like our
We
owners
have
are a
the
little bit
money
more
to
rich.
do this as well.
Exactly, like,
Which
and
is
they're like, oh, because
insane.
we have
MetLife
shows here.
Stadium, I mean, the entire venue is a joke.
Oh yeah, MetLife is just a clown show.
MetLife is a dump.
And the fact
and
that it's
has
owned by 2 teams in the New York market is absolutely disgusting. And it's
all of the money. Hold on, how much money went into it? Because it just every time I go there, it astounds me how pathetic it is.
MetLife.
Let's see.
1.6 billion
Okay, 1.6
in 2010.
billion.
So right now it would be about 2 billion if you adjust
Okay,
it for inflation.
2 billion in today's money should get you much better than that.
And the thing is, the thing that pisses me off is not like it's one team. It's 2 teams in a tri-state area market that nobody else has touched besides maybe South Jersey, which is mostly Philly. But then you still have Connecticut. You still have all of New York City, New York.
You still have,
like most of New York
you know how much
besides.
shit goes down there?
Like come on, man. Like that's absolutely disgusting. But moving on after that, you have Baltimore traveling to Pittsburgh. If Lamar is healthy, give me.
I don't think Lamar is Lamar healthy?
If Lamar is
Have
healthy,
they said if he's playing that game?
I don't.
Let's see. I think it's still seeing Huntley. I think. So.
Yeah, I think so. Well, let me finish this. If the Ravens have Lamar, I'm choosing them. If they don't have Lamar, I'm going to the Ravens.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck the Steelers, man.
I think for me, it's like, if Lamar plays, then it's the Ravens.
I mean, I don't think the Steelers are that good anyways. And the Broncos' defense is better than the Steelers'
both teams
defense.
are going to be so bad.
It's going to be a rerun of last week because the Ravens are so
Yeah,
bad outside of.
It's gonna be was it the Ravens that one year when COVID made them play the game on a Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty... Because they were
Ravens
the ones that were hit
Steelers,
with COVID real bad last time.
Yeah.
That was bad. But moving on to the next game, of course, I close out the schedule. The next game will be Kansas City traveling to Denver. So
Okay.
Patrick
Great.
Mahomes is gonna lube his light skin dick up with some ketchup and some some Kansas City barbecue, and then just go to fucking town on the Broncos defense, man.
I'm very interested to see how Russell Wilson plays this game.
We gotta see the line for this. We gotta see the line for this.
Yeah. I need to witness this downfall of Russell Wilson. Which sounds crazy. That sounds like hating, but
no. As a Rams fan, absolutely.
All right.
Because
it's only 9.5. They only have the Chiefs at 9.5. I'm taking that all the day. I'm taking that.
Are you serious?
Yes. At least on BetMGM. I'm taking and the over under is 43. Give me the over. I could see the Chiefs dropping 40. Like
okay.
Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun for the Broncos to just, actually win a game and hurt that pick that goes to the Seahawks?
Nope. But then moving on, you have Tampa visiting San Fran. Give me San Fran.
Yeah, I'm going San Fran here, just because of that defense.
I feel like this is the game they're definitely gonna lose, just because. But I'm still going San Fran.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see the 49ers defense just collapsing in this kind of situation.
But it's Tom Brady, so some bullshit will happen. He'll use his fucking white supremacist powers to trick Joey Bosa into sacking himself or some shit. Or is it Nick Bosa? I forgot which racist it was.
Oh my god.
If Joey Bosa gets no pressures, we know why.
I can't harm a fellow American. A fellow brother.
You said Joey and now I said Joey. You confused me.
I forget which one it is. Joey and Nick. They're both fucking racist.
Bro,
then you have Carolina.
But
then you have Carolina at Seattle. If Seattle doesn't win this game, Jesus Christ, Seattle has the easiest schedule of all time. What the fuck?
Bro, do you see the Eagles' schedule?
Yeah, you're right. But
no,
at least they played the Cowboys twice. They played the Cowboys twice, and like every other team in the NFC East isn't that bad this year. So they're at least average. But Seattle, they have LA, Seattle, and LA. I mean LA, Carolina, LA. What the fuck? Like, an early season San Fran, which they did lose to, And somehow they lost to the Falcons. Their other losses are very weird. They lost to the Raiders, they lost to the Saints, and they lost to the Falcons. They lost to the Week 2 49ers. It's like, how do you, like, those are games you expect them to win. But
Yeah.
whatever. Moving on to close out Sunday, you have Miami at Los Angeles. Give me Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go Miami here.
Yeah.
I'll take Miami.
I think there's just I mean, the discourse around this game is maybe so toxic.
Oh yeah. Make sure delete your Twitter so that game is happening.
God, I'm not ready for that.
The Tua Herbert discourse is gonna be so nasty this game.
And then closing out Monday, we're gonna have New England and Arizona. An interesting, but not that great of a Monday game. Give me Arizona, I guess.
I'd probably go Arizona, but I mean they're not good, so it's like.
I mean, but the Patriots aren't either.
I'll go New England here.
I'll go New England. Yeah, I'll just go New England just because I don't really have much confidence in the Cardinals.
All right, so before we talk about the World Cup, I'm going to talk about a little bit of baseball. And first of all, I'm going to talk about the biggest signing of the offseason. You know, the Diamondbacks picking up Miguel Castro for a 1 year, $35 million. I mean, $3.5 million.
I miss
Bombshell.
I miss him.
But in all seriousness, fuck Jacob DeGrom. You are the biggest fucking loser, racist ass loser ever. Like, it's just the amount of shit he talked. Like, oh, I want to be here. I want to be a Met for my life, and then doesn't even look at a final offer. Like, it's just.
I saw your Instagram story about.
Like, yeah.
Everything that's come. I mean.
It's like kind of like when Russ. It's kind of like when Russ left the Seahawks. And then you starting to really see his, like, you started to kind of see his real colors towards the end. And once the end finally came, you really saw who he truly was. And it hurts because, like, I really looked up to this man. And it was like, wow. You know, I went to I went to his first game back as a Met versus the Braves. And it was just like, you know,
I was at that game too.
You were? Oh, you fucking.
Yeah, hold on.
But, man, like,
okay,
fuck that nigga.
Damn.
But
so like y'all were like at the same place without knowing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've met him before. But
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that specific situation.
Yeah. But then the Mets really struck back by getting Verlander for 2 years and with the third-year vesting option. We don't know what it is yet, but I think that's a good contract.
Oh my! I have waited my whole life for Verlander to be a Met. He is, from outside the Mets, my favorite player of all time.
Yeah. I mean,
and since I was like 7, I've been waiting for this day.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy for you.
I could not be happier about this.
Yeah,
I was the biggest fan of like those Tigers with Verlander and Scherzer, and now both of them are Mets.
Yeah. And people clowning the Mets, like, or getting mad at the Mets for spending too much. I'm like, you're getting mad at our owner for spending.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something about that. I find it very, very funny that a lot of the same people who said that they didn't like cheap owners during the lockout, now when an owner does what they said they wanted teams to do, now that team is the problem. Yeah. If you think that what the Mets are doing is bad for baseball, you are a Manfred shill. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
But yeah, and the Mets also just picking up re-signing Nimmo was huge for $20 million. Even if, because I'd say the contract was good for about 5 years, and even in those last 3 years, $20 million AAV, because he's always gonna get on base. That's the thing. He's always gonna get on base, no matter his age. And then at that point, the market's gonna inflate so much. $20 million is gonna look like nothing. So I don't mind that.
Yeah. My issue with the Nimmo contract, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even want him back because my thing is, I mean, obviously, great player, but he's played 100-plus games twice ever.
That's fair.
So when the number of years we gave him divided by the number of years he's ever played 100-plus games equals 4, that contract scares me.
I mean, I don't mind it because the thing is, also at the end of the day, it's not my money, and worst comes to worst, we have
It's
more money to
not, yeah.
spend.
And I mean, we
So,
have more payroll flexibility than every team in baseball.
besides
So
maybe
if
the
this
Dodgers.
does go wrong, whatever. We have money, we can survive it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of risk here.
Yeah. But and the Yankees, I mean, I just want to say bringing back Judge is fucking huge. Judge is real as hell. He said I care more about my legacy than money. That's some real ass shit.
That's bad for baseball.
That I don't care, bro. That's some real ass shit. And cuz you could tell he wanted to be a Yankee. But cuz was it the Padres who were offering him, or was it him, or was it someone else? It was
the
Turner.
Padres offered him 400, yeah.
Yeah, and then they offered Turner more. I think 1 million more AAV than the Phillies did, which is also a great get for the Phillies.
The Padres' offer to trade Turner was going to take him to 342 million.
Yeah, it was one more. So, but that was, I mean, the Padres are something else. Giving Xander Bogaerts almost 28 million for 11 years is for us fucking hilarious for a very
That is
maybe average
giving
shortstop.
So giving 11 years, right? 11 to a 30-year-old shortstop who has one good defensive season ever is certainly a choice.
Like I made a tweet about it on the podcast account. It's like they keep
How long do we think Xander's actually going to stay a shortstop?
Maybe end of the season. Maybe. I say they put Tatis there and they have Bogarts DH. I think that's what's gonna have to be, and then they just find another outfielder.
You don't give someone near 300 million to DH though, right?
But unless your name is AJ Preller,
I was gonna say, like, after I said that, I realized, wait,
it's AJ Preller, bro. But yeah. But the Phillies are having a really cool. I mean, fuck the Phillies, but they're having a really interesting offseason. Besides Turner, Walker for $72 million 4 years is kind of a lot, but it's good for baseball in general. They're going after they're spending and they're getting who they want.
I will say, as a Mets fan, that I was happy to see the Phillies give Walker that contract.
Oh yeah, I didn't want him back, but
I am happy they did that because Walker is not worth that money at all.
No. He's good in the first, and then go fuck him.
I saw twice in New York that he can't pitch consistently for a full season. He's just not capable of it.
He either gets injured or he's ass. But then
he's never done it in his career, not once. And he's how old?
Like, I think he's 30. I think
he is. He's 30.
Yeah,
and he has never consistently pitched over a full season.
Sad. But then the Cubs picking up. I like what they're doing. I think they're going to be good within the next 2 years. But I like Tyon. That's a good 3-starter. You can slot him. He's going to be good. You paid a little bit. I would have paid a little less for him, but the Cubs have that money to spend. And Bellinger, 1 year, just throw some money at him. Cool. I don't mind that. The White Sox picking up Mike Clevenger. Fuck Mike Clevenger.
Yeah, fuck Mike Clevenger. I forgot that.
He did. Yeah, I forgot what he did too, but he did some fucked up shit.
No, I meant the contract. He I think it was like he cheated on his pregnant wife and harassed her or something.
Yeah, and
not a good person.
Yeah, and he also broke the COVID-19 what's his name? Like the quarantining shit.
Oh yeah, they
protocols and stuff.
Part of why they traded him.
What is that?
I think that was part of why they traded
him. Oh,
him.
yeah, he was just a cancer in the locker room in general.
COVID rules, and then they just didn't want him around anymore.
Yeah. And
Which, by the way, was a very good trade for Cleveland.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I mean, besides that, there's no other really notable signings. I like Jock Peterson going back to the Giants. I like that. I just going back to the Grom. I think it's hilarious. I love when I saw a tweet about this. I can't wait for a player to go to a 70 win team and just say they just came here for the money. Because the Mets, like, the only thing was the money. And that I get. If you just looked at the final offer and like, hey, I want more money for my family, or I want more money for free. Fine. Just look at the final fucking contract, you fucking dickhead. But
the moment in MLB history was when Tommy Pham signed with the Reds, and then he said in an interview during spring training, "I'm just here to get my numbers."
Yeah. I mean, but it's like the Met, because don't give me all that bullshit about just wanting to win. They probably have a better farm, but we have better ownership.
They don't have a. They don't.
It's
have a
really that bad. Damn. But like,
it's not. Well, I mean, ours isn't bad. Let's do not pretend our farm.
Our farm is good. I like our farm, but it's probably about average or maybe above average. But like we have a better owner. We have better management. We're definitely gonna win much sooner. Like you went to a division, like you left a division where you could have definitely won. You just won 101 games without you for most of the season. But you're going to a season with the World Series winners, who are still going to be good for a couple years, and the Mariners, one of the best young teams in baseball.
Yeah, see,
Don't
this
give
is
me that
also
bullshit.
why I find it funny that he hated the Mets so much, because when the team wins 101 and you played 11 games, you lose any valid complaint.
Yeah, and he didn't even want to hang out. He didn't want to build a good relationship with Cohen. And, it's just really upsetting to see a guy who was such an icon, who he supported through all his fucking ups and downs, and besides the fucking irrational-ass niggas.
No, he disappeared and came back and was still treated as a god in Queens.
And at that point, rightfully so, because he was just a fucking enigma. He was something larger than life for us. And he was the next... He was carrying on the ball from the other all-time great pitchers who had pitched for the Mets from a young age. And he just up and left that after lying straight to our faces. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to say he wanted to be a Met for life. He felt like being a fucking dickhead.
He very easily could have just not said that. And nobody ever would have been like, why didn't he say he wanted to be a Met for life? Why did he never say that? Nobody would have thought about it.
It just...
Nobody thinks like that.
Yeah, that's whatever, man. But we are running a little bit over time, so, I also really do say I do like the, Red Sox signing, Yoshida. That was a great contract. And I really do like the fact that they're willing to spend, FSG showing that they're willing to spend not only on their other clubs, but on the Red Sox. And Jansen was a bit of an overpay, but I do like the Cody Mark.
I love the relationship between the Liverpool fans who think the Red Sox are why the Liverpool can't get certain players, and Red Sox fans who think Liverpool is why the Red Sox can't get certain players.
Yeah. They're just using it up front to cheap out on both ends and get more profits. But I do like the Chris Martin, and I love the Joe Elliott contract, $2 million for a guy who really showed up towards the end of the year.
I wish the Mets had done that.
Yeah. But
I mean, I'm happy with what the Mets have done as far as the bullpen.
Yeah, for sure.
David Robertson coming back is David Robertson coming in is nice. Edwin Diaz coming back that was the highest priority of the offseason.
And then I really think we need to bring back what's his name? Ottavino. But in a lower leverage role. Lower leverage.
My Brooklyn Legends, yes.
But I for his performances, I forgive him because I skipped one of my what's the name? Not state test. What is it called? AP test to watch him blow that 9-2 game to the Braves early in the season. So that wasn't fun.
The fact that you skipped your AP test is kind of
crazy. I was excited to go, man, but it's whatever.
If you gotta understand, the 2022 Mets were something you skip your AP test.
Yeah,
for.
man. I got to watch him. I went to Philly. I didn't even tell my mom to watch Mark Hanna come back and dunk his nuts on the Phillies. You don't know how great that was.
A whole city without telling you.
You don't know how great that game was. This team was so special.
I wish I could have been there.
This team was special, man.
That was the top 3 game of the season.
Oh yeah, and I also I went to so many insane games this season. But we could talk that more after. Let's just hop into World Cup. Freedom is dead.
Oh, they got 10 minutes left.
Jesus Christ, freedom is dead.
We did.
Yeah.
All right.
We need a striker. That's literally it. We need a striker. If we get a striker,
we just need a striker. Pulisic missing that chance was early in the game, fucked us up.
Yeah. I mean, that
kind of fucked it up.
And
because it's that kind of fucked up the momentum and everything.
Yeah, and then Japan taking Croatia to Pens was interesting, man.
penalties.
Japan,
Here's the thing, right? I cannot take this Croatia team seriously. Like I respect them, but at the same time I don't, because it's like they are the most shameless overtime, extra time, and penalty merchants I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like they just like the inshallah shit. It's like let's just hope that
Haram
we go
ball.
penalties and
They
win the game.
haram ball.
It's like what the fuck.
Yeah. Then Morocco over Spain. Woo, Africa.
That was an insane game. That was an insane game.
As a South American, I'm so happy to see Spain go out like that.
I think everybody was seem to say because everybody hates Barca and so many Hispanic people hate Spain. So I think everybody was happy. Now, if they can knock out Portugal,
like Luis Enrique saying like, "Oh, we made our players practice penalties 1,000 times."
Yes, I remember. I saw that.
And how many penalties did they score?
None.
Yeah, ironically enough, I am a Barca fan, but fuck Spain.
W. And then today,
but like Barcelona is part of Catalonia, which is like
it's a Catalonian thing, so that's my excuse. That's why I'm allowed to do that. I mean, I'm Bolivian. You go to Bolivia, every kid on every block has a Messi jersey.
I mean, I feel like that's everywhere. That's like, yeah.
We don't like Spain. We don't like Argentina.
But we love Barca and Messi.
Yeah.
But moving on, then you have today's matches were insane. Fuck people who say soccer is boring. Because like people say that about both.
I don't understand how they could watch these games and say it's boring.
But Argentina over Netherlands, man, they put up a great fight. Fuck Pessi. I need Croatia to. But I don't want Croatia in the finals, man.
What? Come on.
Fuck I need a Pessi pack. I need Pessi pack.
I'd
rather see them move on than Croatia because Croatia is a little too late for my. But Argentina's a full of fuck. Like I can't win here, man. But and then Croatia over. Like I was really pulling for Brazil. I want to see Neymar. I want to see Neymar.
Argentina for me is the same as Spain, where it's like I like Messi, but I hate their country, so I win
full of
either
fucking
way.
Germans. So, but I really wanted Brazil to get through because
it's crazy how you want Brazil to win when like half their team supports fascists.
I mean, but it's like the same thing with Like, do you think I feel like if I go to Brazil, I will get treated a little better than I would if I go to Croatia.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because like Croatia, I will get fetishized and I probably will get bitches, but there's also a higher chance I will die. Like Brazil, there's still a good chance I'll die, but I feel like I still could get bitches in there with a lower chance of dying.
Depends where in Brazil, because they have a lot of black people in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly too.
Yeah, it's like.
But then, all right, so then, Saturday's tomorrow's game.
Why does Spike Lee pull for teams that always lose? Like I saw him in his Instagram feed supporting Brazil, and Brazil just lost.
I think everybody was supporting Brazil though, like in this match.
I don't think that's. No, but it's like a pattern with Spike Lee. Like he always supports. Okay, I feel bad because like I love Spike Lee.
Is this gonna turn into a Knicks thing?
Oh god.
No.
Please. No, well, I mean, it clearly maybe has, because we're ass. But moving on, then you have France and England tomorrow. Give me France, man. They're gonna.
I mean, England is like claiming that they have a way to stop Mbappe.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
But I'm like, I'll buy into that.
I love Kyle Walker, but that man is a fucking clown.
So here's what I remember. What I saw was
Kyle
they
Walker.
said,
Yeah.
You want to have an equally dangerous player across from him.
Yeah.
To exploit his.
But you don't have anybody like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. Does this English equally dangerous player to Mbappe exist?
Like their best player is probably their best player is probably Foden. But he doesn't have Mbappe's top. Mbappe's top 5 in the world right now. Foden's good, but he's not top 5.
No, but like the only realistic option is if you put Trent and Foden in at the same time.
But Trent has been ass, man. Like Trent has been dog shit.
Mbappe's gonna cook that defense. That's the issue.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be like 4-1, 4-2. But and then moving on, give me Morocco, Portugal. If Morocco can really play how they played the other day against Spain, give me Morocco, because Portugal has been.
No, but that Portugal team is so good without Ronaldo. Like let's be for real. Like, as great as Ronaldo is,
he's a cancer.
Or was,
he's a cancer no matter where he goes.
Like, as great as Ronaldo was, he's not like.
Also, I really want to laugh at how Ronaldo stands were like, and I also find Messi stands much nicer than Ronaldo stands. Ronaldo's fans are just dicks.
You.
But I just want to laugh at how Ronaldo says like, oh, notice how my GOAT didn't get a offer to MLS. He can't come to the United States. Juventus changed their summer plans because he cannot go to the United States. He will get arrested. He is a rapist.
Like, oh, search up Ronaldo, United States.
And like he literally admitted it. Like he said, I think she said no. I think she said no. Like he's admitting full to it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, okay. Let's not talk about Ronaldo.
Publicly being Ronaldo fans is just weird to me.
Yeah, but I think all in all, I think France. I think we might get. I think it's gonna be France, Argentina. I think France is gonna repeat. Honestly.
I mean, they clearly beat the World Cup curse of like the hangover that teams usually get. So
like if Brazil advanced, if Brazil got through, Brazil would have been my pick still. But give me France.
I would have said the same, that if Brazil went through, it would have been them, but...
Give me France, I guess.
It's such an unpredictable tournament right now, though, so it's like you can't really...
I mean, it kind of... I want France to win. It's a big dilemma with France, because I want France to win, because they have all these black African players, but then they should be playing for the African nations, but then it's like the whole system is fucked up. Half of the African nations you have to pay arm and a leg to get in with the FA, because all this corruption.
I think Mbappe actually wanted to play for Cameroon, and then they asked him to pay, and then
he was like, "Nah, fuck that."
Yeah, like why would he do that? That doesn't make. So it's just like
think about that. If you're Mbappe, like you're trying to play for a country that, by the way, you weren't even born in, and they tell you, and you're fucking Kylian Mbappe.
Like, when was he trying to do this? Was it recently or was it a couple of years ago?
It's insane the fact that like that system even exists in those countries.
Why would he ever do that?
Yeah, like, and they just missed out on like a shit ton of generational players.
When did he say that? Like, when did he want to play for them?
I don't know when exactly. 2018.
It was either 2018 or this year, but it did happen, and
because even then, 2018 he was still
did that too.
Like 2018, he was still amazing. So like, it's not like it was like maybe it was all the way back in 2020. Even then, asking a fee to play for them is still insane. But 2010, sure, fine.
Cameroon had everyone who has eligibility for them, they'd be a contender.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah.
But like, I think the issue is that like a lot of these players get developed in Europe because Europe has some money to fund those like systems of development.
Yeah, and also their parents immigrated there, so like you can't. It's just a really fucked up system that all leads back to imperialism because the parents had to move there in order to survive in a better life. But it's a really weird thing. It's just it means
it's really complicated. There's no real solution to it.
That's all you have to say. Fuck imperialism, man. But that's pretty much it. I think that's perfect ending to this episode.
Fuck imperialism, right?
Yeah, fuck imperialism. Harry, thank you so much for coming on. If you guys are listening to this midday, thank you very much. You guys listen to this late at night, go the fuck to sleep, or don't, as Miles would say. And thank you so much for listening. Follow, like, subscribe. I'm sorry, I hate myself to say that, but we need it. And all feedback is greatly appreciated. Later, guys.